You done with the elephant? Did you hear that?
Who's yelling?
This one.
This one?
I think she was trying to make him go over to get a bath.
One day by the I'm not sure the people would do it. Little Miss Teresa ran on a field trip and they made it a home school. So we made the kids do it all the time.
Yes, you think they're drooling? Do you see them? Open your mouth.
We don't know.
Okay. Look at the elephant. Look at him. Look at he's flying. You see him? Oh, he's big.
He's a tree from Buffalo. One of them is 50 years old.
Oh, he's in. Watch him get out. Look at him. Look, Maddie.
He's been good like as long as 80 years. I don't really know.
Oh, he likes the hose.
Yeah.
Look at that. Did you hear that? Make a noise. Make an elephant noise. Look at it. Okay, you're done. You done with the elephant? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yes! That was the elephant noise. Did you hear it? Look, listen.
Let's see what else. Where's this thing?
Okay, let's go look for that.
Male, he's about 37.
Wow.
The one that's moving is Phoebe. She's 21. She's the mom of Bodie, our small elephant, and I don't see him. He may be outside. I haven't been
Oh, okay.
to the upfield yet. And this is Connie. She's an unrelated female. She's 34. Phoebe, the 21-year-old, is pregnant.
Oh, she is.
And she will, after 22-month gestation,
Huh.
she's had at least 2 calves already.
Wow.
She knows how to manage them and rear them. She's got her own schedule for teaching them things and letting them do things. So she's a good mom.
How'd she learn her mothering skills?
I don't know. Many animals learn by being around when other calves are born. I saw it particularly with gorillas. There was one gorilla that had a baby and didn't know what to do with it, so they pulled it, hand-reared it. And then they put her in with a pregnant gorilla who had had offspring before. And that gorilla gave birth, and this gorilla watched and saw what was going on. She got pregnant again, and she was a fawn mother. So it was, certainly in that case, by example. In the wild, the elephant herd is all female. So it's mothers, sisters, aunts, female cousins, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of maternal instinct. So they will get it from the herd. First learned, that he could swing around and he could control it, and then he could scoop things together. And then it took him a long time to figure out how to aim. But he learned all those things.
They like throw balls and things like that with their trunk.
Can they?
Throw balls and things like Like
throw
that?
balls.
Yeah.
You mean like pick things up and toss them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh. So they know how to throw.
Yes. I'm not sure whether we have any right now, but we used to have some very large toys, like a huge truck tire and a huge log, and they all had massive chains on them, and they were chained into the exhibit so they wouldn't run it out.
I'm sorry.
A place for them where they can reach up and turn it on.
Oh.
If they want the water to go, they can make it go.
Huh.
It was not just he and his mom, so they always kept two keepers in with them all the time. Well, he was born at 285 pounds, so, you know, if he came to play with you, no matter how old he was, he outweighed you, and he could knock you down. And he would go, he'd be playing with his mother, and he'd turn around, and he'd see whatever two keepers were in there, and he'd just kind of squeal a little bit to kind of give a little warning that he was coming. And if they happened to be sitting on that rock, they'd get up, and they'd leave enough room between them for the, however big he was at that time, to run. Because that's what he wanted to do. He would be by them except for his back two legs, and he'd just stand right there. And he would take his back legs and he would just lift it up and he'd cuff one of them. Just like that. Just to say, I didn't hit you, I didn't run into you, but I have you. If I want you, I have you. You know? And, I mean, this kid, this little baby, he's not a year yet. And he knows. I watched him one day in there, and there was a bird in there. Most years there's lots of birds in there. There's one year that only had one bird because it was a hawk. When the hawk lives here, nobody else lives here. But the rest of the time, you know, a lot of little birds. And he was on the floor and he was watching this bird. And he didn't do anything with the bird. He just kind of watched it. Then he put his trunk down about this far away from the bird and he exhaled air. And went over there, and this bird goes ass over tea kettle about 6 times, you know. It gets up and shakes itself off. And this baby elephant gets up and he wanders away. If he could have done this on his way, that was his attitude. You know, I am so good here. I have just accomplished a great thing. So, you know, really ornery. Just, there's no question in your mind that he knows. So, it used with his mother, if he was bad, his mother would, you know, just tap him with the trunk and try and calm him down. But if he's in lust, he finds that like egging him on. So instead of getting better, he gets worse. So she basically kicked him out of the group, which is what they do in the wild. When they get mature, they get kicked out of the group, and they go and hang with other elephants, male elephants their age, until they become really old enough to breed, and then they're solitary.
When he's only 4 years old?
Yeah, and that's very young. Usually it's in the teens, but his dad was like 6 and a half, and he was like 3 and a half or 4, 3 and a half, I guess. But I heard one of the keepers talking, and he said it's not really age, but weight. You know, bulk and size, and he's over 4,500 pounds now. And at 4 years, that's very large. He's going after his dad for his size. So, it was always the plan that he would relocate to another zoo. But, you know, in his remainder of time here, he'll be displayed by himself. But they said that's okay. He amuses himself easily, as you can tell by.
Really?
So that when he goes somewhere else, they can go somewhere else. And so we spent a lot of time teaching him up to 30 verbal commands.
Really?
So that when he goes somewhere else, they can handle him. And, you know, mostly they're husbandry commands. Like over here, we see the different pipes. We have 2 sets there. They will bring up, not Phoebe, she's free contact, but that animal, Connie, and the bull, and the baby, the 4-year-old, bring them up here and corner, put your foot up, and they, you know, brushed all the stuff off and looked at it. And then gave him the other command, he put his other foot up. Then they told him to turn around and put up one foot in the back and then put the other foot in the back up. And walk where he learns to suck water up in his trunk and then turn around and spit it into his mouth or blow it into his mouth.